I guess I've been talking to myself. So hi you guys. Sorry, there's no sound. Um, I wanted just to say Merry Christmas to you guys that are signing on. But do you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. So hello to everybody signing on. Oh, good, good, good. It's because I had it muted. So um, anyway, to all of you guys, sorry I was late. But I said to anyone who's ever had an appointment with me, you know that's just kind of how I am. So we're here for 2 hours tonight. And since when my kids were little, I used to do Christmas and Christmas Eve and all that kind of stuff. And now I'll just do this. So anyway, I just thank you guys for signing on. If some of you guys are with your family, awesome. I got a new sweater the other day. It says Delulu, and if you know what that means, it means I'm slightly delusional, but I have fun doing it, so I don't care. Okay, so I see all you guys signing on. So thank you for coming to watch. We'll try to do as many as possible. I like to just wait till I get a few more viewers, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Anyway, if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Hi to everybody. Hi to everybody saying hi. Hi to all of you. And let's see here. So I don't have my reading glasses. I only have my bifocals tonight. So if it looks like I'm like that all the time, that's why. But Stephanie is right next to me to kind of alert me to things if I'm not noticing them. For you guys on here, since I'll be doing this for a couple of hours, I think tonight I'm going to do it a little different. And I think what I'm going to do is just pick someone. If you want to come on camera, we'll do that. And then you could just tell me what you need when I talk to you. If you're willing to be on camera to do that, I'll just kind of go by who I feel like by name. And so I'll have you guys kind of like put a bunch of emojis or something when we get to that point so that I can see if you're, and it can be psychic or medium. I mean, you could talk to loved ones, but you can also talk about other stuff as well. If you don't mind coming on camera, having me do a reading for you, I absolutely don't have a problem. I don't have a problem either way. But it's good to see all of you. Hi to everybody saying hi. So don't start doing emojis or anything yet. I'll do that when we get up just a few more viewers, and then we'll just kind of dive right in. But if you're willing to be on camera, I'll have you do one emoji, and then I'll bring you on camera with me. But I think that will make this work a lot better. If I just kind of throw it out there and say like, oh, this name, that works. So it's kind of like random lottery drawing. But I hope you guys are like with family, or I'm happy that we get to spend a couple hours together on Christmas Eve if you're not with family, because I definitely feel that way about everybody who's come to me or got readings from me or just talks to me. It's just like everybody feels like my soul family. And I am, somebody asked if I could do audio, and yes, I'll just specify if you want audio or video, but if you're doing audio, you can leave your video blank, but I just need you, the sound of your voice, because I'm what they call my main primary spidey sense is that I'm clairaudient. So I kind of like just hear stuff. And for those of you who are curious, it sounds like my own voice in my head. So I constantly have to like work on myself and figure out like areas that I need healing so that when people come for readings, I can kind of keep it clear. And the reason that I do that, just out of curiosity, if any of you are curious, I'm assuming somebody is, but the reason that I think that to be a medium, you constantly have to work on yourself, is because like, if I'm getting messages and they sound like me in my head, but somebody comes to me and say, in my past, everyone I ever dated cheated on me and I didn't heal from it. I just moved on and moved forward. And then somebody comes to my office and says, do you think this person's cheating on me? If I haven't done like my healing work, I might say yes, just because that's my unhealed trigger. So to be a medium, you constantly have to work on yourself, or to be a psychic, so that there's clarity in the messages that you give people, and that it doesn't have any of my prior bullshit kind of attached to it. And I know you guys are on different platforms. So you do not need to change anything. You guys, when I give the green light, then I will just ask for like a certain emoji or something, like pick me, and I'm just going to randomly choose. And you could be audio or video, but I don't want to do silent, where I'm just talking and I'm just waiting for your response, because it takes too long. And this way I'll get to more of them, doing it this way. And hi, Merry Christmas to all of you. Good to see you all signing on, because there's more people signing on. If you're with family, great. If you're not, I'm happy to be spending a couple hours with you on Christmas Eve. And then if you guys have any questions while we just wait for like the little head count to get a little higher, you're welcome to ask me. For any of you guys who have been asking me for this and I haven't got to it yet, my day off tomorrow will be comprised of me getting together my class schedule and stuff for next year, because of course I wait to the last minute to do it. There are still spots left open for the workshop with me and Dina in February, which is like freaking awesome, because we get to like go somewhere. We're hanging out the whole entire time. You have to deal with me that long, me and Dina both. And so you can, it's like an all-inclusive kind of thing. It includes the class, it includes the stay and the food, and all the little goodies that kind of come with the class. You do room with someone else, and if you have a friend, you guys can always room together. But I don't think we have any individual spots left. They're all like in a combined room. So if any of you guys are interested in that, it's on my website. There's still, I know we try not to make it like super huge, but if you're curious, it's definitely very healing, helps you kind of deal with some emotional stuff, some psychosocial, emotional kind of things, but also like spiritual things. Like I do like a little soul retrieval. I do some readings one of the nights, and we have a dance party another one of the nights, but it's basically all day. So we eat together, we stay together. It's an intensive, and it goes from like a Thursday late afternoon to a Sunday afternoon, earlier in the afternoon, like 2 or 3. And it's in Monument, so it's not that far. But you do have to stay if you go. So like, I know it's only a 45-minute commute, but the point is that it's immersive, and those immersive environments are great for learning and growing, and also sharing with all the wonderful women that come to that. So I just want to let you guys know that. Any chance I'll be traveling to the East Coast? At the moment, I don't know. So I cannot tell you. Anthony and I have decided not to do the tour that we've been doing the last few years that goes through like Savannah, Charlotte. What's the other one? Savannah, Charlotte, Raleigh, and Charleston. We have decided not to do those this year. But that is not saying I won't be out there, because I may be, but I don't know if I'll be anywhere close to where you are. Kimmy Cat, who asked me. I've had that name, your Kimmy Cat M, and I've called myself once before Kimmy Cat, and then my last name is Moore. So we're twins. Merry Christmas to all you guys signing on. And so if when we get to this point, because it keeps kind of moving around, I like to just have like 50. And then once I do, then I can start kind of working. But if you guys have any questions, now is a wonderful time to ask, because we have a couple of hours together. So we will be talking to loved ones. What do I say to people who are afraid they could be haunted if they talk to a medium? I have tried to get my friends to come see you. Oh, but she's afraid. Well, you know what? This is the kind of thing. There's no, I know that I do this professionally, but I don't believe in ghosts. I did when I started doing it. I don't now. And the reason why is because every single soul I talk to, they're absolutely fine. There's nobody saying like, oh my God, I'm stuck in between two worlds or whatever. I think that's a human belief. I don't think that has anything to do with the spirit world. And I definitely think that all of our loved ones are absolutely fine over there because they never have to go to a job. They never have to go on a diet. They don't have to work. They never get sick. All the things that make the human experience so stressful. And so I don't think that any of our loved ones are haunting us. They visit us for sure because they love us and they're trying to let us know that they're around. But I don't think they're necessarily like haunting us. The energy that I usually feel, though, around that, and this is why my understanding of it has changed a little bit, is because generally there's energy like, and I use this example all the time, like if you are going someone's house and they feel like someone was arguing right before you got there, you can feel it, the tensions in the air. We don't necessarily always clear that out of our space. So it has to be kind of cleared out of the space. Otherwise, people's fears and worries kind of feed it. And then it becomes something else. And it's this heavy, icky kind of energy that has nothing to do with dead people and everything to do with living people. So I just want you to say that. And so, oh, someone said they're in Mass. Okay. Oh, like Massachusetts or in, oh, you're in Mass, like a religious Mass, maybe? Because it's Christmas Eve? I'm not exactly sure. Well, wait, she said I'm in Denver, but I'm in Mass.
I've seen when I was living in Denver, and now I'm in Mass.
Oh, now you're in Massachusetts. Okay.
Boston, MA.
So for any of you guys who, someone who might be scared about this or whatever, I promise you, you'll be fine. But sometimes if people just watch it or see me, or, like for any of you guys who've been in my office, it just feels like you're going to someone's house in an office building. And it's,
Is your phone?
Yes. Stephanie is my assistant. She is over there working hard, trying to keep me organized. So what is this? Hello, our son and his fiance are in labor as we speak when she delivers this evening or on Christmas Day. Ooh, that's kind of.
Deliver at home.
Oh, would she deliver at home? Oh, wait a minute. Yes, Boston, Mass. How do I log in so I could do? Okay, you guys. So this is how this is going to work. Okay. And I'll mention this again. I am just going to pick somebody. So in just a sec, give me just a second, and I'll have you guys all, if you're willing to do it, just kind of like type something in or whatever. And then I'll choose out of that. Don't say pick me. It doesn't matter. I'm just going by what feels right to me or where I feel like I need to go. And then I'll put the link in the comments, and then you can click the link and come on camera, or you can click the link and just be on audio. That's fine too. But just make sure that you're able to respond as we go along. I definitely prefer for you to give me less information. Okay. Like it helps validate people's experience, validate your connections to your loved ones, the less information that I know. So please don't fill it all in the comments section. You don't need to do that. We're going to talk. So I would prefer for you not to put a bunch of stuff in the comments other than like emojis or whatever when I say go. So that's one part of it. And then the other part of it is that especially Facebook users, there are a lot of kind of scammers out there, even though now we have the little green check mark thing. It doesn't matter. They still do it. They take your information. They'll send you a private message or try to message you on my page saying they have an important message or whatever. It's all bullshit. Don't believe it. It's not me. But the less information you put on here, the less chance you are to get scammed or have someone at least try to scam you. So I just want to let you know that just as we go along, because we'll be here for a hot minute tonight. So if you guys are ready.
Did you answer the question? About
Which question? Oh, about the baby. I don't know, because I'm not tuned into it. So it will come up. I don't know when, but it will come up while I'm talking. Because generally, if I think about stuff, I'll mess it up. But if I just do it and it comes out of my mouth, that works a lot better. Right now, I would say for you guys, all you got to do is just put like a little emoji in the comments. And then I'll put the link on. I'll tell you who I'm picking. Definitely know I'll be picking several people as we go, but I'm just going to do it as I see it and just go with what feels right. You can ask me a psychic question. You can ask to connect with a loved one, but I prefer that when you do that, you say something like, I'd like to talk about work instead of, do you think I should quit my job, which is very detailed. So I want to make sure I'm accurately in tune before I give you like guidance or advice. Or if it's a loved one, all I need is a first name. You don't have to tell me who they are to you. And just know that when you give me a name, it might open up to some other kinds of communication from any loved ones that you might have in the spirit world. So I just wanted to say, go for it, you guys. I'm just going to pick a name here in just a second. So just put a bunch of little emojis in there. I don't even care what they are. I like hearts though. Hearts make me happy. So don't put the name in here. Just an emoji is fine. I'm just going to pick like that. And then when I bring you on camera or on audio, it's got to be one or the other. Then you can just let me know what you're looking for. But right now, I don't want you to tell me. The less is better here. Karen Taylor. Karen Taylor. Is that a name? Did I see that? Karen Taylor. I think I did. That is the person that I am picking. I don't know why, but here we go. Oh, there we go. Karen Taylor. I am inviting you in. Copy. And I don't know what platform you're on. YouTube platform. Okay. So I am putting it right now, the link right there. So we're going to do Karen Taylor first. Why does it not want to send it when I want to send it? Oh, we both put the link in. So just Karen Taylor, if you hit on that, I'll bring you on camera and then we will go from there. You guys, I will definitely be doing more readings. So, but lay off the emojis at the moment. Because I'll tell you when to start sending them again, because I'm not going to go backward. I'm just going to go whatever's in front of me. So Karen Taylor, if you are on here, hopefully you are, just click the StreamYard link that was posted by me just moments ago. Oh, yeah, because Stephanie posted it.
No, that's just you. I just posted both.
Oh, because both the accounts. So on YouTube, it's under Medium and Psychic Kim Moore. There is Karen Taylor. I see you. Hold on. Let me get you on here. Let me figure out how to do it. Oh, there you are. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, and I can hear you too. Lovely. Good. Very nice to meet you, or have I met you before?
Met before.
Well, nice to re-meet you then. If I do talk to any loved ones for you or have in the past, there should always be new information. And whatever you want, psychic, loved ones, what you got for me? Give me
I love loved ones.
Loved ones, just give me a name. And it may not even be the first person that comes, but just give me a name.
There's always Kimmy.
Okay. Oh, there's another Kimmy. Okay. That was, and I was making the comments about the Kimmy cat. So any other names?
Beverly.
Beverly and Kimmy. Okay. So let's just kind of get started. I actually feel like, so Beverly must have been like a mother figure or something like that. There's something about her when she comes through that feels very nurturing, but I also feel like she was ill before she died. And it kind of just is like, it's kind of shitty. Whatever's going on with her, I just feel like her health was failing or whatever. But when I'm talking to you and looking at your face, I feel like she's like trying to give you a big hug. I know whoever Kimmy is must be there, but Beverly is the one that seems to be in my face right now. And she seems to be like a mother figure to you when she's coming through. So I don't know if she's mom or like a mom, but her energy feels very gentle when she comes to you. But I do feel like there's a big ache connected to her. And it's like broken hearts. But it's like it's Christmas time. You know what I mean? Like people have family and stuff like that. But it also seems like a really important time of year for something else going on with you, that she is wanting to like inspire something to flow more positively. That is something that you're trying to create in your life, and that you're hoping in January the ball gets rolling with that, because I feel like you've been waiting for something for a while. Does that make sense to you? Did anything I say, was it off? All you have to do is just tell me which part was. No? Okay. So Beverly, though, with this kind of like behind you, give you a hug, wrap her arms around you, I also can smell her. So I feel like I'm smelling like a lotion or perfume, that it's kind of like an old lady smell. So I'm just going to say that. But she seems very excited to be here. And she also tells me that she was expected this evening. I think even more so than Kimmy, Beverly was expected. But if Kimmy's there, I will get to her. I'm sure she is, but I want to get through as many as I possibly can. So I definitely feel like Beverly, who seems absolutely lovely, you just have a lot of really hard memories connected to how she looked at the end of her life and what was going on for her. Because I feel like you might have been there or seen her within days of her passing. And she's telling me, though, like, I feel like I can hear you talking to me, but I can't respond. So I'm not exactly sure what was going on at the end, but she remembers you talking to her, but she couldn't respond. I don't know if her eyes were closed, if they weren't, but she said that you were talking to her. And she wants to let you know she knew you were there. And it wasn't just you. I feel like there's other people that were there as well. And so that seems to be an important thing for her. But the other thing is, she looks freaking awesome. I'm supposed to tell you that because she kind of looked like shit at the end, and she looked a lot older than she actually was. But I also feel like when I'm looking at her now, she looks pretty young. But there's a picture of her that you have where she's like, I don't know, like in her mid 30s, early 40s. She might have a kid with her in the picture. There's something about that, about her energy. And I think that baby's going to be born at the hospital. Whoever that was, I don't remember. Or tonight, will be born at the hospital tonight. Sorry to interrupt your reading with that, but it seems like Beverly seemed very interested about the whole baby situation, and it's not even someone related to her. So I don't think it is. So I just want to say that who is ever having the baby, I think it's tonight, and I think it's at the hospital. So I think it's going to be a Christmas Eve baby, not a Christmas Day baby. But I also, oh, and it's going to happen fast when it starts rolling. It's going to start. I don't know. Did Beverly like really like babies, or what the hell? Because I feel like there's this. I'm not a baby person, but I guess whoever's having the baby, wherever that is, they have some relative over there holding a baby, and I'm supposed to mention that. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with whoever the hell else that was for, but it kind of came a little late. But your Beverly, is she your mom?
Yeah, she's my mother.
Okay. She says, she keeps touching my heart, but I also feel like she keeps going to your heart. So have you been like really stressed lately, or kind of like under, like I feel like my heart is beating really fast because I got so much stuff going on. And I know, like, I'm talking to dead people. That's not why this is happening. It's because something's going on in your life that she says she wants to help you with. And Kimmy seems younger than her. And Kimmy seems like she's like, I don't know, she feels like she's my age, like, I don't know, like older middle age, or no, we'll just say I'm young. Okay. We won't say I'm 51. But she seems like she's closer to like my age or something like that, or there's a youthful kind of vitality about her. But I think I've talked to that chick. Yes. Whoever Kimmy is, I've talked to her because she's like, hey, what's up? I'm over here. But I don't know about your mom, because your mom's energy seems a little different or a little newer than Kimmy. Okay. And so you have living siblings. Is that true? Do you have a living sibling? Yes. Does your mom have another living kid? Because she's talking about, is that wait, do you have two more siblings?
I have a twin brother and sister.
Okay, and one more.
So there's the four of us.
Okay, so there's four of you. So she's talking about two of them. I don't think I'm talking about the twins. I'm either talking about the two women or the two men. For either way, it's kind of separated. But I feel like your mom's talking about having other kids. But I think she might also be a grandma because she's all about the grandma stuff. But it seems like there's a couple of the grandkids, not the kids, the grandkids. Although I feel like your brother's kind of going through some shit right now. I don't know what it is, but she seems to be with him, and she's with you, and like she's with everybody all the time. Wait, is your dad also gone?
Both my stepdads, but my biological here.
Okay. She's over there with a guy that she really likes. So I guess that's one of your stepdads.
Yeah.
He died before her, and that's what the heart thing is. He died before her, and it's like my heart is beating too fast, or he might have died of a heart attack. Does that make sense about that? That's like her. She's so happy to be with him. She pulled him over. And so she just wants you to know they've reconnected. But I guess your other stepdad's over there too. Good for him. But this is the one where she's like, he's with me because she got to see him, but she died after him.
This was the love of her life, and he died of a heart attack.
Yeah. That is definitely the love of her life. Because the way your other stepdad, she's like, this one, I want to talk about this one. So no offense to your other stepdad, but I really feel like this is who your mom wants to show you that she's with. And she says he was waiting for her, just like she thought. So I just want to let you know that, but I think you and your mom had conversations about this kind of stuff, because I definitely feel like your mom felt your stepdad around her multiple times throughout her life. And I feel like when she was getting sick and she knew she was kind of going under, is what it feels like, she knew she was going to see him again. So I just want to let you know that. Now you have your siblings. She says she's around them. She's around the kids. She's around everybody, because I just feel like there's stuff in your family that isn't necessarily all coming together maybe the way that you want. The siblings, she'd want everybody to be more connected than whatever's happening right now. But I also feel like on a psychic level, sometimes things need to be like that in order to heal. So it's all good. However it's happening is however it's happening. But she is, I think our loved ones inspire things around us. So I definitely feel like she's trying to inspire more community and more connection. And she talks about two of her grandkids that seem to be a big concern to you. So I don't know if you have two kids and those are the ones you're concerned about or whatever, but she shows me two. She puts her arm around them. She says things are going to get better. January seems to be a big month of changes for you. And they look like positive changes that affect you and your family. So that's what she's telling me. And she also tells me that you wear her stuff or her clothes or jewelry or something like that, because she says she's with you all the time. Your mom. So, yes.
Did she plan the day she passed?
No.
No.
I don't feel like that. I feel like she's like, my body gave out on me. However, there's a synchronicity or serendipitousness about it. She says, I didn't plan it, but it's a sign that she's around, and it gives another special day additional meaning. So I'm not exactly sure what that is, but she said she wasn't like, she was ready to go, but she also wasn't ready to go. And I think, I don't know that it's planned. I feel like her soul left her body before her body died, but her body expired in a way that provided you with a synchronicity that makes you feel connected to your mom. And that is something that she didn't orchestrate herself. It's just kind of in the universe to kind of like give that special day a hug, whatever day it was. So that's what she's telling me. Does that make sense?
She passed on the anniversary of my daughter's passing.
Is that Kimmy?
That's Kimmy.
Yeah, who's standing over there with her. So
I wonder.
Do you keep seeing those numbers together?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's also your mom and her being together. So I think that that's the synchronicity she's saying that needed to happen, but your daughter died before her, right? Okay. Because I know I've talked to your daughter. That chick, she's like, what's up? Like, I'm here, but you didn't know if your mom would be there with her. So I think also maybe there's a message in that saying like, hey, like we're together when we're around you, because you see the number sequences. So just know that now that's not just a sign from Kimmy, that's a sign from your mom. And also your mom is with your stepdad, and that just seems to make all of her dreams come true. And her mom, your grandma, because that lady, she's been over there for a while. But I feel like she wanted to stop in and say hello as well, mainly because I think around this time of year, you start pulling out things that are connected to them, especially like there's some thing with your grandma. I don't know, maybe you have like a roasting pan or something you cook dinner with. I have no idea what it is, but your grandma's got stuff that's with you. Your mom's got stuff with you. Kimmy's got stuff with you. Your stepdad even is there's something connected to him as well, but it might be like a joint thing with him and your mom. So I just wanted to tell you they're all together. And I know you've been talking to them tonight because they just want to like put it out there that you had a whole conversation before we even got on the live and before I even talked to you.
Yeah.
And so, but I feel like Kimmy, because I was talking about that other chick named Kimmy Cat, and I was like, oh, the Kimmy thing, the blah, 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 blah. And then I pick you. And then your daughter's name is Kimmy. After I've been talking about that, there's probably those little synchronicities are like the magicalness of the universe. So I'm glad that they're all together for you. And I know that Kimmy has a sibling or there's siblings or something that you have concerns about, but I think all is well, or as good as it can be. You know what I mean? People got to make their life choices and stuff. But I definitely feel like your mom, daughter, stepdad, grandma, all your other grandparents are over there as well. And I think you have an uncle over there. And then another guy who looks like a brother to you, or a brother-in-law or something. I don't know. There's like a lot of people that all of a sudden showed up. So what I want to say is, as you're celebrating this holiday, know that if you feel a little claustrophobic, it's because you got a million dead people around you. But they're all here because they love you and to wish you Merry Christmas, but also let you know that that love bond never dies. So I know you said I read you before, so hopefully I've shared new information about something, even though I just feel like the Kimmy chick, even though I don't know, like I don't remember, she remembers. That's kind of one of the best parts about when I do readings for people and they're like, should I come back? And I'm like, I'll forget about it in the next few days. So hopefully they have new information to share. But I definitely feel like there was a lot of excitement here to talk to you tonight. There's a lot of dead people who are very excited, but you have a lot of people in your family that are gone, and you're the one trying to hold things together the best you can. But it seems like it's like sand. And so just know it will get better over time. But in January, there seems to be a pivotal event that's positive for your family. So I just want to let you know that. But hopefully you just wanted to hear from them and know that things are going to get better. And so I just want to tell you that. So hopefully did most of that kind of resonate with you, connect with all of them?
But yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I want you to know that whatever this thing is it, do you have your daughter's ashes?
Yeah, I do. Just
Yeah, they're in your house, right?
yeah, I can
Yeah.
see them.
Yeah. She said you hug them sometimes.
I do.
And she said tonight you were thinking of hugging them because she's like, I'm in the room, like ashes in the room. And so sometimes you touch her, hug her, whatever. I mean, obviously she's not in the container, but when we do acts like that, where we're thinking of someone and we love them and whatever, they can feel that, or we pray for them. And the best human equivalent I can give you to that is that she can feel your hug. So all the love you send her that way, she feels every single part of it. So I just want to let you know that, and let you know that you are very loved by your mom and your daughter and all of them. So thank you for coming on. And I'm glad I got to connect with them for you because they all seemed really freaking excited. So thank you for being willing to come on camera and stuff and being open to the experience. And apparently I've met you before. So until we meet again, I wish you all the best and Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Have a good night, my dear. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, that's how a reading works. And for those of you that are like, no, someone said before, like, what if someone haunts me or whatever, they can easily watch these videos that are on Facebook and everything and see what the experience is like. Sorry, there's a dog sitting on my foot. That was an unexpected dog sitting. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to do another one for you guys. Merry Christmas to everyone saying Merry Christmas to me. I am gonna put it out there here in just a minute to do the thing. I'm just waiting and kind of seeing what comes to mind. So I told you guys I was planning classes and stuff. Tomorrow is like my planning day because it's like the only day I'm taking off fully. And so I'll be working on that, and that stuff will be coming out. The retreat's still available. Oh, awesomeness. I forgot to tell you, my friend Dina Gould, lightofmind.org, she's doing a little online class, I think on January 1st for a couple of hours about like how to create New Year's resolutions and stick with them. And it's like an hour and a half class. It's short, but she's awesome. And she's an excellent manifester. So if any of you guys are trying to manifest stuff, just know she's good at that shit. I'm good at it too, but I don't always teach it all the time. So, but she does. So I definitely would. And she's the one I'm teaching the retreat with. So if you want to check her out, you can take a class with her. But I see all your little hearts and stuff. So we're going to do it again. Hearts or whatever you want to send, just throw it out there. I'll just pick someone kind of randomly like I just did. I know half of you are probably people who've come to see me, and the other half of you are people that are just curious. So just be willing to come on camera or do audio. But I just feel like where did she go? Where did she go? Teresa Muscat. What was that? It went too fast. Stephanie's going to figure it out for me. I think it was Teresa Muscat. Is that it? Did you see somebody with that?
On your screen.
Okay. Oh, cool. All right. So Teresa, just click the link. I'll bring you on. Or audio is fine as well. If you don't want to be on camera, I don't care. I just need to hear your voice because I'm clairaudient, and that means like I hear things. And so, yes. So I've got my person, Teresa Muscat, and she is the person I picked. So I'm just waiting. Just Teresa, just click the link when you see it, and then I'll bring you in. And while I'm waiting for her, don't worry, I'll do another one. I'll do several more. So we're only 38 minutes in, and the first 20 was just me yapping away. So, all right, there I see it. Teresa. Hello. How are you? Oh, wait, I think you might be muted. Is she? Because I can't hear her. I see her lips moving.
The mic was not muted, but...
Oh, it's not. For some reason, I can't hear you. Oh, that sucks. Okay, wait a minute. We're going to figure this out. Do you have the volume turned, or you have a microphone probably? So I can see your face.
Granted to access the mic.
I think, have you given it access? I don't know. Hold on here. Wait. Mute, edit mic settings, maybe. No, that's for me. So bear with me here just a minute, my dear, because I feel like I'm supposed to do a reading for you.
No, she just needs to make sure that she has permission, like giving permission to access the mic.
Just make sure that your computer has, or the YouTube has permission to access your mic. So wherever the YouTube popped up, or I think you're on YouTube, right? Isn't she on YouTube? Yeah.
She's in StreamYard. She just has to make sure StreamYard.
Oh, so you just have to make sure that StreamYard has access to it. I don't know.
She can exit and come back and try.
So you know what? Exit. I'm going to remove you and then jump back in. Okay. And then whatever the set. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah, let her.
Okay.
You might not let her come back.
I'm glad Stephanie's here to help because I'm not good at any of this crap. I'm just good at doing readings sometimes. So we'll see. We'll get her back in here. I'll put the link back there for her. That way she can find it. There we go. Come on, take it. There we go. For any of you guys who've been to me and had a reading, if you ever want to, and you haven't already, most of my business is word of mouth. And so on Google, people give me reviews as well. So if you ever go to Readings by Kim on Google and you want to review me and you've had a reading from me, it doesn't have to be one like this. I mean, like a real one where you come to my office. Please go leave me a review. But I'm still waiting for her to come back. So, there she is. There she is. She's back. All right, hold on a second. If it doesn't work, we're going to make it work. So add to stage. Oh, I hear you.
Okay, good.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So you are Teresa. Have I ever met you before?
No.
No. Nice to meet you. Where are you right now? Are you in Colorado, a different state?
I am in Colorado. Yeah, I'm in Aurora.
Well, hello. I'm in Littleton, so I'm on the other side near the mountain.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about the dog or whatever. Like, I can handle it. I've had upstairs when I do readings and stuff, so I've learned how to tune that kind of stuff out. So is there a topic you would like me to look at? Like, you don't have to give me a bunch of details. You can just say like or whatever. Or a loved
one. Let me just close the door. Sorry.
Give me a guess. I learned how to ignore extraneous noise when I was doing readings out of my house years ago. So, and
my gosh,
chairs and whatever. So I can handle noise. If it's a loved one, all I need is a name and maybe a couple different names.
So, Dave and Frank.
Okay. Dave and Frank. All right. So, I feel like with one of them, I am going to like I feel pain in my chest. It's not my pain, it's their pain. So it's like maybe they weren't able to breathe or had some kind of a lung issue or could have even had COVID. But whatever it is, it's up here, it's a breathing issue, or I feel like I'm having the wind knocked out of me, actually, which is a little different. So wait a minute. Did one of them die like from I feel like something coming right out my chest. So did one of them either have like a heart attack or an injury? Because if it isn't one of them, it might be somebody else for you. Because I almost feel like something just hit me in the chest. So do you have someone in the spirit world who looks kind of, I don't know, like maybe he's like in his 60s? He doesn't look old. He doesn't look old to me, but that's because I'm in my 50s. But I feel like I feel like I'm in my 60s. I feel like I died very unexpectedly, and I keep feeling like something here in my chest. So either there was a breathing issue or something happened very quickly, like a heart attack. But there is this man coming. He's older than you. Clearly, he's older than you. But he's got to be at least like 20, 30 years older than you. And he keeps talking about this being his cause of death. But I also feel like, though, there were other things wrong with him. So it's like what I'm looking at is like a very unexpected, but he might have had breathing issues as well. And he might have died of a heart attack or something like that. But it's all in my chest. So are one of those guys like that? Or do you have a man older than you in your 60s who is like that?
So my grandpa, he died of a heart attack, but he was
older.
A lot older. Yeah.
This guy doesn't look that old. But he died of a heart attack, but he had other health issues.
He had, at one point, a stroke. And then my dad, he was just around 70. He had cancer, but it was like a full system failure at the end. So
okay. Was it in his lungs to start?
He had a lot of, yeah.
Because I think I might be with your dad, and 70 is close enough to 60. But he keeps saying it ended up going really fast there at the end, but I feel winded. I feel like I can't breathe. And he says that was going on. And then a sudden kind of like, then he was gone. But that's your dad. And is that Dave?
No,
That's Frank. Okay. So I haven't got Dave yet. I think I'm with Frank.
Okay.
Because I feel like he's telling me, I feel like his dad's there as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like his mom, wait a second, his mom's also in the spirit world, right? Like, because there's a lady, huh?
So I don't know about his biological mom.
But the lady he called his mom?
She's not there yet.
Okay. So he's telling me he has a mom with him in the spirit world. Or a lady that's like a mom to him. So if his mom's alive, it could be his grandma if she was like a mom to him. But there's a lady coming through that would be like a grandma for you or grandma's age compared to your dad. So there's a lady with him that's at least a generation older than him. I think she may have met you at some point, and I'm not talking about biological anything. I don't know about his biological mom. These are about the people that he loves and people that you knew that were connected to your dad. So he's not bringing through any like unknown relatives or anything. It's not that. It's definitely not. It's like someone that was a mother figure to him that is dead and died, I think, before him. But then your grandma's still here, but I think he visits her. I think like she talks about him visiting, or I don't know, she could have dementia and just randomly talk about him. But my feeling is that your dad and whoever that lady is who seems connected to your grandma, and I'm just going to say she's your grandma, not biological or whatever. She's your grandma. Your grandma has an older woman that's around her, and she has your dad that's around her. And they seem to be like trying to help her. I don't know. I don't feel like she's like super sick. I just feel like she's kind of getting older. And so it's not like, oh, she has all these crazy health issues. She's just kind of here doing what she can until it's her time to go. She's definitely older. But I feel like your dad, I think that might be her mom. But I also feel like there's some other guy who's probably your grandpa on your dad's side. But all these dead people seem to be around your grandma. So she's a living one. So I think her mom's over there, her husband's over there, and your dad's over there. And they all seem to be around her. And I feel like you worry about her, but I don't know that there's much you could do. I mean, I think she's fine and just kind of plugging along, doing her own thing. Does that make sense about her?
Yeah, she just turned 100 and she lost my grandpa last year. And she tells me all the time she's just waiting.
Yeah, because he's coming. And so is her son, who died before his dad. And so is her mother, who she seems like she's close to, but she hasn't seen in forever. So her mom must have died quite some time ago. And so all of those souls are around her. And like I said, I don't think you're worried about her. I feel like you're just like, yeah, she's just doing her thing till it's her time. But basically, even though I know that she's saying she doesn't care when it happens, there is kind of like a feeling with her of being the type of person that wants to make sure everybody's okay before she leaves as best she can. But she does tell me, I do feel like they talk to her. She has dreams about them or feels them around her or something. So she knows that they're there waiting. But I also think she has a sister over there, right? Like, did she have a sister that died, or like a sister-in-law that was connected to family? Your dad seems to know who that is as well. So that lady's there. And then she's got a shit ton of people waiting for her. So I can only imagine what that welcome home party is going to look like from the other side. But your dad is coming because he's been gone for a while. And he says, he's like, but your mom's still living, right?
Yeah, she is.
Because I think were they still together? He seems to have a thing for her.
Yeah.
He's still like, tell your mom I said hi.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, you're dead. And he's like, tell your mom I said hi. So I just want to say that. I do feel like he was very attached to her. And when he comes through, he's kind of a joker. And I think you have siblings as well. And do you also have a male friend that died like 4 years ago in a sudden event that was maybe like a accident, or like, I don't know that it's an accident. I know it's a mistake. So he's here too. Your dad is like, get over here and talk to her. So whoever this guy is, he seems like he had a significant meaning in your life, but not for like forever, but definitely he seems to care about you quite a bit. He is definitely more recent than your dad. And I don't think you asked for him, right?
That's Dave, actually.
Oh, that's Dave. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is Dave then. He's the one who's closer to your age than anyone else that I'm talking to. And he says that his death was a mistake. So I think it's his mistake. So whatever it was, he kind of takes ownership of it. But you and him are like, I feel like you were really connected to him at one point. So I don't know if you dated him or you guys were like best friends or whatever, but he seems like he was really connected to you, but not as much at the end of his life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And he says that you carry around a lot of feelings of like heaviness around this, around how he died and stuff like that. And you still haven't quite come to terms with it, or you're still working on it, is basically what I'm saying. And so I feel like he's saying he has a strong, he visited you. He said he visits you all the time. And it kind of, you like are like, what the hell? Because I don't know that you necessarily like believe all this stuff, but I definitely feel like this dude made you believe all this stuff. He just keeps showing you signs. Your dad tried to show you signs too, but you weren't listening to that. But this guy keeps doing things to get your attention. He's trying to tell you that he loves you and that he's okay, because how he died was very stressful, heart-wrenching, horrible shit. And he's just letting you know that he's fine, but he's also letting you know that it's okay that you weren't in his life as much at the end. That's not something about you and him. It's like you had to go about your life and you may have had to create some distance between you and him. So whatever that is, the distance was there. It needed to happen. He's just saying there's nothing that would be different, but he does seem to love you and want to let you know that. And I think he knows some of your friends or family too, because he seems like he's more connected than just you. Either or you're connected to his family, but it seems like you guys feel like family to each other, but I don't know that he's biologically your family. Does
It
does not feel biological.
No.
I mean, we're not in Kentucky,
No.
or wherever. No offense to Kentucky, but this feels more of a relationship kind of thing, or something mushy, like you dated or something, because he seems to have these kind of sentimental feelings toward you, but he's also kind of acknowledging that part of the reason that your relationship didn't work is because of his behavior and lack of owning up to his behavior. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
And he just wants you to know, though, that he loves you. He's not haunting you. He is trying to give you messages, which I feel like you're just kind of like, it just seems like a lot of shit happens where you're like, I don't even know what that was. Why did that happen?
Yes.
And it's like just these weird synchronicities that make absolutely no sense to you. But I think he was kind of like that. Like there's a lot of things. He's kind of different. You know, he's outside of the box. He's an outside the box kind of thinker. But he he didn't have kids, right?
He did, yeah.
Okay. He's talking about his kids. So are those kids with you?
No, but I talked to his son a lot.
All right. Because he's talking about his kids.
Yeah.
So he has more than one, though?
Yes, he has two.
He has two, but you only talked to one, right?
Yes.
The other one I think you could contact, but I don't know that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Anyway, and then there's also something about that kid's mom, the son's mom. So she's still alive, right?
Yes.
Okay. And does the son have some struggles with her? I don't think she's like a bad person or anything like that. I feel like maybe he's just young or whatever. He keeps talking about like he has some issues or his son might have some kind of thing with the mom. So I don't think it's, yeah. So does he have some kind of trouble with his mom right now or the son?
I don't know if he does. He's deployed right now. And
Okay.
then his
Maybe his mom's
sister,
worried about him.
maybe his
Or,
sister and him have two different moms. And so I know his sister's mom,
but
she's
you don't.
kind of, yeah,
That's okay. I'm
yeah,
not talking about his sister's mom. I'm
yeah,
talking about his mom. And my guess is whatever the trouble is, if he's deployed, she's probably worried about him.
yeah.
So especially with the way the world is, right? Like there's crazy shit going on everywhere. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. And so, but I feel like I'm not telling you to reach out to his mom or anything like that. But what I do feel like is he is saying that his mom is very concerned about him. So if there is any, very concerned about the son, like your dude is telling me the kid's mom is worried about him.
Okay.
So he's kind of saying it's not his mom, it's the kid's mom. And he's saying, if you ever do have contact with her, know that his dad, so Dave's son
Yeah.
has guardian angels, including Dave, around him, and they're watching over him or whatever, and just to let him know that as well.
Okay.
So his dad is saying, I'm watching over him, but he's got a bunch of other spirits there because he's got even your people, just because you care about the son. So therefore all your dead people are around him as guardians as well, because he has meaning to you. But are you also thinking of relocating, or there's some kind of movement going on around you? So are you moving where you live, or you're moving in your career or something like that? Because you're in a transition, it feels like. So what do you think about that?
There's been talk about moving to another state, but I also have a daughter here who's in high school, and so that is just kind of like put on hold.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It could be there, or it could be like movement in your career. So whatever this is, you're transitioning through some kind of movement that's happening within the coming months. So it might not be where you live. It might be in your job that you kind of like move a little more forward. So whatever that is, something's coming. Dave's giving you a heads up, but so is your dad.
Okay.
So I have to say, your dad seems very proud of you. It seems like he's seen you do a lot of crazy shit since he's died. And he just thinks you're fucking awesome. Your dad just thinks you're so cool. Like, I don't even know what you do, but he just acts like you are so like almost like he's got all of his dead dude friends. And he's like, that's my daughter. Look at my daughter. So I feel like though, that's just how your dad is. But also the Dave guy who seems to say also, please let his son know that he was here, because both of his kids are very important to him. But the son, I just want you to know that Dave watches over his son, and he wants his son to know that.
Okay.
I also feel like you have all the crazy shit happening where you live that seems to be visits from him, or he's in the frequency with your dad. Your dad met him, by the way. I don't know. There's something about that seems important, because I think you always wanted your dad to meet him, or
Yeah.
like he met your dad, but not here. I think it
Mm-mm.
was in spirit. Is that true?
Yeah. So they're both Marines. And when Dave passed, because of the situation, I always wondered if like my dad was there
Yeah.
for him.
They met. That's
Yeah.
what he says. We met. So your dad's giving approval to him, even though clearly he's in the spirit world, but they can work together. And they can work together in the sense that this guy loved you, that you have other, you have someone deployed, all that kind of stuff. Like they can be a team, a cohesive unit also around the 100-year-old. So the dude though, Dave, he says he owes you one. So I feel like from his vantage point in the spirit world, he wants to be kind or giving or just let you know that he loves you. So I feel like Dave and Frank are together because your dad's Frank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got some other dead guy over there, like a grandpa or something, who also say, she didn't ask for me, but he's there too. And he seems to be connected to your dad. And then you have the friend who's kind of a little more than a friend. And then also, I feel like there is a female around you, a spirit who also kind of seems to be, I think she's a little older than you, but I don't feel like she's like, do you have an aunt in the spirit world? Like, I feel like it's like an aunt. So do you have an aunt that died of an illness in the spirit world as well, but maybe on your mom's side?
Yeah, my mom's sister, she died of cancer.
Okay, she's here because she had an illness. She wanted to say hi. She looks good where she is. She thought, well, since you're talking to everybody, let's talk to me. And she has her father with her. Or I feel like your mom's dad is in the spirit world. Your aunt is in the spirit world. But I also think, was that grandma still alive, your mom's mom, when the sister passed? Say no. Okay. So somebody else has joined your aunt in the spirit world that is another female connected to your mom's side of the family. It's not your mom, obviously. Okay. You've got a grandma over there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got a grandma, a grandpa, an aunt, someone else that feels like a sister or sister-in-law to your mom. You got the guy you used to date. You got your dad, both of his parents. No, not both of his parents, just his dad. And then I think that's his grandma. And then I also think your dad has many friends in the spirit world. He's telling me that there's a million different ways that they all died. Obviously, if they're in the military, I'm sure that's why they feel like his brothers to me. Mm-hmm. But some of them die of natural causes. Some of them do not die of natural causes. And that is a really important thing to say because of Dave, because of many of the people that are connected to your dad. So I just want you to know that. And I want you to know that your dad sends this wink to your mom. And I feel like that's just his sense of humor. But you have a sibling as well?
I have
a couple of them.
Yes.
From him. He's the same dad to them, right? Your dad and mom. Same dad and mom. So he wants to give everybody a shout out because I feel like you're talking to everybody. And he just wanted to let you know, Dave and your dad wanted to let you know that they actually are around you, and all the crazy shit that's been happening is because, in fact, they have met. They like each other because you always thought that Dave would get along really good with Frank. And you were right. That's what you're saying. You kept saying that. Dave said, she used to tell me that all the time. She used to say, you totally get along with my dad, totally get along with my dad. And then they're in the spirit world and they get along just like you said. Yeah. So I just want to pass it along. Yeah, you weren't crazy when you were saying that. You were definitely on track. So I just want to let you know that in the coming months, there's also some other kind of changes happening for you that involve movement forward, which is positive. So I just want to let you know that. And hopefully I gave you what you needed.
Yes.
I know that they are very excited to be here, but they're more excited to be together. And I think it was funny because I was talking to your dad, and then your dad just brought this dude over. He's like, come on, it's your turn. Come on. So they work together in the spirit world, mainly because they both love you. So that's what I want to say. And thank you for participating in this and coming on video and everything else. And it will be this video will be on YouTube and it will be on Facebook. So whatever platform you're using, you should be able to at least revisit this if you want to show any of them their messages. But don't forget about the winking eye with your mom.
I'll tell her. Thank you so much.
And also just remember, Dave is okay. It doesn't really matter how someone dies. They all go to the same place. None of us are getting out alive. We're all going to connect again one day. But I don't feel like a recognition with Dave around some kind of final, I don't know if it's an injury or what, but he says it's a mistake he made. And so whatever it is, he's like, I didn't even feel it. Because that's a big deal. I just don't know why. So hopefully that resonates with you. Just know he's going to keep visiting you. You used to dream about him for just a smidge, and now it's kind of changed to other stuff. But he's like, don't worry, I'll be back. So just know they're together, him and your dad. They know each other and they get along just the way you thought they would. So it was very nice to meet you, my dear. And thank you for signing on tonight. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and thank you so much. This
You are
was
very
amazing.
welcome. It's their fault. They're pushing. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Okay. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
All right, you guys. Okay, so we're going to do another one. I think it's really cool when people's families kind of start expanding and they start bringing all the people that are there. And so just know that when you do ask for someone, they might bring through a bunch of other people with them. So we're going to do some more readings. I'm still on here for another hour. So I'll get in as many as I can. So go ahead and start with the little emojis and stuff, and I will just wait here until I feel the name I want to see. Kimberly Dawn, come on down. Let me put the link in here. I just think it's funny, this Kim stuff tonight. All right, I'm going with Kimberly Dawn. And then here's the link. It will post on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm not sure if the name went by way too fast for me to see who it was. But if you can be on camera or at least audio, I'll bring you on. We'll do a quick little reading. And remember, guys, when you come on, you just need to give me a topic. Like, don't say, should I quit my job? Say, let's talk about work. If you want to talk to your grandpa or whatever, just the way Teresa did, she just gave me a couple of names and then we just kind of worked into that. It's the same thing with the reading before that as well. And remember, you guys can ask me questions about psychic stuff or mediumship. I do both. Generally, they seem to all happen together because often your loved ones that are in the spirit world are trying to inspire things in your life to bring you joy or things that are meant to be. So I just want to let you know that, and we're just going to wait here. And Kimberly Dawn, if you can just click the link that I posted on whatever streaming app you're using. Oh, it looks like Facebook. And so it should be in the Facebook under Medium and Psychic Kim Moore, the link. And I'll just send it one more time just in case you're having a hard time finding it because there's a lot of comments. Let's do that. Let's do that. There we go. And for you guys who I know, like Sarita, who I see in there, and some of the other people that have passed through, thank you guys. I have like some friends that are watching. I have clients that are watching, and just basically all kinds of people that I know. So it didn't show up. Okay, so I put it back on there. Thank you, Diana. It should, wait, where'd you go? Oh no, Kimmy Cat. See, there's another Kimmy. See, that just keeps catching my attention. So I just I'm gonna try to post it one more time. Oh wait, what did she say? The link?
Oh, here it is. I got it.
It's not showing up.
I'm replying to her comment with the link.
Oh, okay. So Steph's gonna reply to her comment with the link so she can jump on that way. And just remember, you know, I've got all this stuff coming up next year, my Soul Social stuff. I'm gonna, you know how like little kids get to go to daycare and get to have a snack. I want there to be an all-inclusive kind of community place, which is my office because it's giant, used to connect people with inclusion and love and diversity and no judgment, and do cool shit and be connected to loved ones or connected to your intuition. So all the classes and all the things I'm coming up with for next year will be coming up. Oh, Stephanie said she pinned the link. So hopefully you can find it, the link to join in, but we'll just wait for her. And until oh, there she goes. All right, let me add her. I see your head. Hold on, now I see more of your face. Hold on 1 minute, my dear. There we go. Hi, now I can see your whole face.
Hi.
So,
Okay.
So, have I ever read you before?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay. Well, nice to
It's been a
remeet you.
while, like several years, maybe even.
Okay. That's how I
Yeah.
forget if it was last week, so it doesn't really matter. I meet a lot of people.
Okay.
I meet a lot of living and dead people. What do you want to ask about? You want to connect with loved ones? You want to ask a question about something in your life?
I want to connect with loved ones and see if they have any guidance or messages for me.
Okay, just give me a couple of names.
God, there's so many I don't even know who to choose.
That's
I'll try. I'll try for my Aunt Shirley and Lindy.
Okay, Shirley and Lindy. But
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, just like that other girl, God only
Yeah.
knows how many people are going to come. So I just want to let you know that.
Okay.
So, and just as I tune into you, I'm going to give you messages and advice from them. But I also feel like there's something psychic that I need to comment on. So I'm not going to go all up in your business on here. I need the little ones, whatever business they want to share. But they're not. I'll keep it as not like, I don't want to keep it vague, but you know what I mean? I'll figure it out. I'll figure out a way to say it. Okay. I don't want all your business on freaking YouTube or Facebook.
Okay. Oh no. Well, I don't know what the business is now.
We'll get there. Okay. It's probably, I feel like it's actually like health related. That's why I don't want to into a bunch of detail. Anyway.
Okay.
Right. So I actually you asked for 2 women. I have 5 women. And I see them all standing here like a bunch of goddesses standing here around, you know? I also feel like, you know, I hear your laughter, but I feel like they laugh with you. So my sense is that these women that I'm seeing, before I go into each of them individually, they are trying. So it seems like you're needing more joy, or feeling like you need a little more happiness going on in your life. And you're looking to make some changes. And I feel like as they're coming in full support. Now, you do have men over there, but there's something about this kind of girl power kind of feeling that I'm getting from the guys. So we'll deal with that, and then we'll go to the dudes that are over there, and I'll get to as many of them as I can. Because honestly, you have enough people I could sit here and just talk to you for 2 hours. So
I know you have a lot. I have a lot now.
I'm going to do the best I can. So you have kids, right?
Stepkids.
So you have stepkids, but they're your kids, or you treat them like your kids. So, and they're alive, but there's people connected to the kids in your life that are also here as well. So I actually feel like you might have like that. Sorry, the dogs are going crazy. Oh, the dogs on here are going crazy.
My dogs are too.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It just happened all at one time.
No, but it's the dead people's fault. So it might also be that my son might have just gotten to the door, or one of his friends.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh no, it's just the dogs. Their dogs. Dogs. They're trying to talk. So all right. So I've got this lady that seems to be very connected to your stepkids. Like you knew her, but she seems to be like a grandma for them, or something like that, or like a mother figure. She seems to be around your stepkids. Whoever this lady is, she also tells me I feel like she was ill before she died. So that seems to be a thing as well. But she's watching over them because I'm supposed to talk about their dad. So he's still alive, right?
Yeah, he's still alive. I'm guessing it would be his mom.
Yes.
If it's a grandmother, it's his mom. That's what I'm guessing.
And I think he also has an aunt over there as well.
So it would be his, if it's an aunt, their aunt, it would be his sister probably, I'm guessing.
She's passed.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like I have someone here that's the aunt of the kids, and someone here that's the grandma of the kids. And they are connected to your dude. So there's the dad, the guy. So here's something's going on with him that I feel like you're concerned about. So not so much about the stepkids, but about your husband, I'm assuming.
He's an ex. He's my ex, but We
You
still keep in contact for the kids.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we're like friends, just friends. Yeah.
That's okay. That's totally
Okay.
fine. They're just coming because they're here because there's something that I feel like is of concern with him.
Okay.
Something with his own health or the way he takes care of himself or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
So I feel like they're watching over him, and they also
Okay.
seem to be very connected to the stepkids.
Okay. Yeah.
I know they're your stepkids, but they're their
Yeah.
grandkids or nieces.
Yeah.
nephews.
Yeah. That's their family. Yeah.
So I just feel like, though, you've talked about this stuff with your ex. You've talked about mediumship or whatever, like talking to dead people. I don't know that he believes it. I don't think any of them care.
He thinks it's like woo, but
yeah, I also think he has a dad in the spirit world as well.
He has what?
A dad.
Yeah, yeah, he is too. Yeah.
He has a dad, a mom, a sister, and I think a friend or cousin or brother person. Actually, all of them.
It could be. I think he's had a couple cousins, but I don't know them. The cousins, I don't think.
That's all right. They just all seem around him and around the stepkids. So that's a separate message than the message that I'm giving you.
Okay.
I think you have I feel like for some reason your ex just needs to know that he needs to like follow through with taking care of himself or doing something that's for his health, not yours.
Okay. His health. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what the deal is or what the problem is with him. But they just seem to be urging him to kind of like, I don't know, handle something. So
okay.
I just didn't say that about him. But you have a mom in the spirit world. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And then is there like diabetes that runs in your family or an illness that runs in your family that's connected to your mother and possibly like a sibling in you? Like it's a health
I never known my mom to have diabetes. My dad did, and I'm pre-diabetic now.
Okay, you're pre-diabetic. So your dad is
I went from diabetic to pre-diabetic now.
Okay, awesome. So I'm supposed to talk about that, but I think it's also like in your family line. So it wasn't your mom, it was your dad, but your dad is in the spirit world, and your mom's there too, though.
Yeah.
I do feel like your dad had several health issues going on.
Yeah.
Several, and they all just combined, and then he's gone. And your mom was like had health issues, but then like one of them takes over, and it does feel like it creates some kind of organ failure for her in the end. But she wasn't well. It's like she had like a disease.
She had congestive heart failure.
Yeah, like just a disease.
The disease itself. Yeah.
Yeah. And so she's free of that. And so your dad's free of whatever his stuff is. But I also feel like you have aunts and uncles, and I can just go on here forever.
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch.
Yeah, there are a lot.
I feel almost alone, but not. I have family, but not immediate like that, you know.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like, you know, they all love you and they're around you regardless of whether we believe they're there or not. It doesn't really seem to change the fact that love never dies, and you made an impact in their lives and they made an impact in yours, and they're all you have to do is think of them and they're there. But I feel like you're going through some kind of, I don't know, like some kind of change. You're working on changing, and it might be something connected to your health, but I also feel like it's not just that. It's also about like home, changing something in your home. I keep seeing you releasing things. So I don't even know what that means, but it's like letting things go, sending things off to the universe. Maybe you have a bunch of stuff and you're starting to get rid of it.
Like I want to get rid of stuff. Like I'm trying to get rid of little knickknacks, like starting like, you know, that. Yeah,
exactly. And I feel like though you have a sentimental attachment to a lot of those little items, and every single thing has a story. So I want to tell you, because your mom says she and your dad both had a hard time getting rid of things as well. That it's like a physical purge and a mental purge and an emotional purge, and like you're going through it like on all your levels. But just know that none of these dead people are like, you don't have to keep any of our shit. Like nobody's there. What are they going to do with it? So it's like, but you have memories attached to all these things, but you're not going to forget the memories. And
Mhm.
you don't even forget them when you go in the spirit world, because that's the kind of stuff you get to take with you is
Right.
the memories, not necessarily the stuff. So
Right.
I feel like as
Okay.
I'm saying that, your mom says she didn't really figure that out in life. She held on to things, and so did your dad. And also they're kind of from that generation where they didn't have a lot.
Right.
So when they did, they kept everything. So, like that's kind of their generation.
Right.
But I want to tell you though, that anything you need to free yourself from is not, nobody's got any problem with that, but it's like on an emotional, mental, physical, whatever level. So
Okay.
when you work on one, the other ones will just kind of have like a domino effect. So
Okay.
it's like if you just focus on one thing at a time, because mainly your brain is like Jiffy Pop, and you're thinking everything you need to change all at once. I got to do this, I got to do that, whatever.
It
And
gets like overwhelming because you kind of want to purge, but at the same time, you're like, okay, do I keep this and do I really need this? Like
yeah,
what you say, you know what I mean? So you're like almost overthinking getting rid of stuff.
I know. Well, and that's the thing is that, like a lot of the things that you have a memory attached,
Mhm.
or there's something you were going to do something with and you never got to it.
Mhm.
So the thing is, you just have to be realistic about what you're going to get to at a later time.
Okay.
Is this something I'm really going to do? Probably not. So
Mhm.
that's what a thrift store is for. Friends, family, Facebook Marketplace,
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
But I feel like that helps you in so many ways. But this is the thing. This is the psychic thing.
Okay.
You're overwhelming yourself by trying to do all of it at once. It's
Mhm.
too much. And so it's like you get overwhelmed and then you don't do anything. And then you're just stuck thinking.
Exactly that.
Yeah, exactly. So like you're still thinking like, oh, I didn't even get rid of anything today, or I didn't even work on that today. So
Mhm.
your language inside your head needs to be kinder.
Okay.
And if you just get to just one thing a day, you're making progress.
Okay.
So I feel like you got to stop being so hard on yourself. And that's a message from every single one of those dead people, even your family who seems to know you, and say, it's always been like that. So kindness, and like, just imagine like if your dog was wounded or hurt, like you wouldn't tell your dog, like, just get over it, or why aren't you walking around better? You know what I mean? Like you'd be kind.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
who you are. So
Yeah.
being mean to yourself is not the answer to moving forward. It's kindness and gentleness and cutting yourself some slack, but also not, enabling yourself as well.
Right. I know, because I'm trying not to like buy any more stuff, collect more junk. I keep telling people, don't buy me no more things. I'm like, got too much stuff now. I don't need any more stuff. I think, you know what I mean? That's how I feel
good.
like.
Yes, you're good in the stuff department. So, but removing items from your space will clear energy so that you can have more of what you want and not leftover memories. And also, the thing is, when you buy stuff, and I am so guilty of this, and I have really bad ADHD, and this is one of the things that I do, is I impulse shop and I buy stuff I'm never going to. There's so much shit I can't even begin to tell you. But the thing is, when it's true, but when we buy stuff, it gives us like a dopamine. It releases dopamine in your brain, and that's a feel chemical. But you know what else releases dopamine is checking off things on a to-do list.
Right.
So it's like one or the other. Either you're buying it or you're getting rid of it. But if you make a list and start checking things off, that will give you kind of that dopamine feeling that you need. So, because that seems to be the psychic part. That's the chemical part with your health, brain, with how you think, trying to make changes, all that kind of stuff. So I just want
I'm still trying to keep track on the health part, like with the pre-diabetic.
Oh, that particular thing, you're just working on that. So I do think, though, you need to continue with that. I feel like it's been really difficult. But what's interesting is that I think that by actually like purging things out of your environment and
Mhm.
becoming aware of some of your habits. Like if you're anything like me, you automatically go to sugar. And so that's also dopamine.
Yeah, it's hard to like get back on track, like fully, like I've been cheating, let's say,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I get that. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw me years ago, obviously I look different. I
Mhm.
lost like 170 pounds.
Yeah,
And
that's a
so,
lot.
yeah, except me and sugar, I try to break up with it and we can't break up because I love it. It's everywhere. And so August, I saw this one of the creators on like TikTok or whatever. He said that once a month he sits with himself and just looks at the things that he's doing. And he says, okay, what am I doing that's holding me back? And whatever it is, whether it's behavior or something, whether you get joy out of it or not, you always know what's kind of holding you back. And so that's kind of what I've had to ask myself every time I see sugar. Is like, do I want to continue forward in my progress or do I want to go backward? And sugar is a dopamine release as well. So I totally get it. I totally because sugar is easy. Sugar and carbs, super easy to digest, super easy. Especially like I had gastric sleeve surgery.
Okay.
So my stomach was small and then it got bigger. And so now like I've been kind of like working with that. What they don't tell you is like, yeah, I still have a problem with digesting raw veggies and beef and stuff like that. But I have no problem digesting sugar. None.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't stop you. So when you get that craving,
I try to go fill myself up with protein. And then I make like a bargain with myself and I say, okay, if I could drink this protein shake, then I'll take something. But usually I'll be full after that. And so basically I got to trick my own brain and you probably got to trick your brain too. So
I was walking a lot and I don't know why. I just wasn't walking as much. And then too, like I got arthritis in my hips. So sometimes I really got to push myself when it comes to the walking again on the weekends like I was. Yeah.
And it's just something, like you got to be kind to yourself. You got to like do those kinds of things. I mean, like I still go to a personal trainer twice a week. I think she's trying to kill me, but whatever. And so I'm not dramatic or anything.
Right.
So it's the delusion. So anyway, I totally admit that it's hard and it requires kind of like different thinking to kind of like get yourself in the right direction. That's for your highest and best good. But if you are kinder to yourself about even getting rid of things, or even if you just get through one day and you get up to your steps goal, if you're kind to yourself about that, but not enabling kind where you're giving yourself a snack to reward yourself. I think you've got this. So focus on your environment, because I feel like as you purge stuff in your environment, you're going to purge stuff on your body as well.
Okay. So I understand. Yeah.
It's definitely hard. So it is, it's been 5 years, that 100, actually it's 100.
Well, they must be really in my head if they know all of that.
Well, they know. It's not just them. I said it was psychic too, because
that's true too. You did say both.
Your soul is communicating. Your soul is like, hey, this is why you're constantly battling with yourself, because your human self is like, no, just do this, blah, blah, blah. Because as human beings, we're just whatever. But as souls, you made yourself a promise that you would take better care of yourself and whatever. So that's why you battle back and forth in your head. It's like an argument between your human self, your ego, and your soul. But ultimately, at the end of the day, your soul following that guidance, while it might short-term be painful, long-term, it will be freaking awesome, because that's you looking out for the best in you. So that is,
I understand that.
because they all think you're freaking awesome. So I do too. I don't even know you. I mean, I guess I met you years ago. But I also know how hard it is. So cut yourself back, and just kind of start moving forward in your life, whatever way you can, by releasing things. So if you release stuff in your house, you might release weight. So that's why you don't want to lose it, because sometimes we find stuff you want to release. So Yeah, so that's what I would tell you. Just so
Okay, that's great. That's good.
I think all your dead people love you. I
I
think
miss some. There's a lot of them over there now. I have so many.
well, and you talk to them all the time, and I feel like your house is filled with their energy through your memories and through the stuff.
Yeah.
But you'll never forget them. Even if your house burned down, you didn't have anything. You
Yeah.
have your mind, you have your soul, you have that experience.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying your house is going to burn down. Okay, that is not.
No. Yeah, I think of them all the time. I think, and holidays are always the hardest too for a lot of people.
Yep.
I've been through it a lot, and I see now other people are losing people, and I feel for them because, like I've lost, like you said, there's so many of them over there, and this is the hardest time of year for a lot of people.
It really is. That's why I'm doing this, because
that's nice. Thank you very much too for doing this.
You're absolutely welcome. And I'm so happy to be able just to let you know they're all okay. They're around you, but you're okay too. All right. So be nice to yourself. That is the best message I can give you from all of them. It's not like they're in your head all the time. So it's not like that.
Right.
You're just aware of what's going on with you. So it's not like you've got eyes where they're spying on you going like, oh, she's
no. No, but I am. And it gets overwhelming because you kind of want to do it at one time, but then you can't because there's so much of it. You know, and I feel like, did I turn into my mother? Like all this stuff,
Well, you know what though? I think that sometimes people that have had a lot of trauma and loss collect things because the things can't leave. They don't get sick and they don't die. You just have these things and you could say, oh, this is my mom's favorite this or whatever. And it makes us feel close to them. But when you're a hoarder or I'm not calling you a hoarder, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but you just got a lot of knickknacks like tchotchkes and all that. Yeah.
Exactly. And so you collect things because they make you feel good and they make you feel closer to those people. But you've had a lot of loss in your life, traumatic loss. And so it makes sense to me that you collect things. And also, I don't know why I'm saying all this to you, but sorry, you guys, I'm going into this. I feel like also though, like when you add weight, like when you gain weight, because I started gaining weight when I was 9 and there was like physical, sexual and physical abuse for me. So I started to gain weight, like I'm building a wall around me. And it wasn't until I was in my late, what was that, like 46, 47, that I did that surgery when I was ready to say, I don't need this anymore. I'm strong enough to take care of myself. So I need the wall around me. But as you lose weight and as you do that, you may feel vulnerable because, and I'm not saying the same thing happened to you, but I am saying people that you love that have been torn out of your life and it breaks your heart. And so sometimes and it's been going on for a very long time for you. This isn't like some new thing. So sometimes we create a wall to protect ourselves. And then when the wall is outside of our body, then it becomes what's around us as we collect things. And so it's just to keep ourselves safe, but it's false. And it's just like a human understanding of it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's reasons that are bigger than, oh, did I just turn into my mom? It's like, yeah. So just be a little gentle with yourself about it, because I don't think you turn in your mom. I think you're just trying to deal with hard times that have fallen upon you pretty much your whole life. So
Yeah.
You know that. And
thank you for that.
You're very welcome. And if you were here, I would give you a big hug. So air hug to you, my dear.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I'm sorry. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from all of them. I don't even celebrate. It's your Christmas.
I know. It's just. So I'm sorry.
No,
thank you.
Sorry. You know what? Tears are the way to release stress out of your body. So you're stressed and now you're releasing it. So cry.
Yeah.
So
thank you so much for the message. I appreciate it.
You are very welcome, my dear. And I hope the rest of your Christmas is awesome.
So, it will be. Thank you. It's just a moment.
Yeah, that's okay. You're very welcome. and have
Yeah.
those moments. That's what life's all about. That's the cost of love. So if you
Okay.
didn't love them, you wouldn't cry over them. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had a
Thank you
good
so much.
impact on you.
Merry Christmas, and I appreciate it.
Merry Christmas. I appreciate you
Yes.
signing on tonight as well. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys. Sorry, that was a long one. But sometimes they just go like that. So we're gonna do another one. So I'm gonna pick another person. So just throw out your little hearts and symbols, and I'll pick someone, and I'll try to move as fast as I can. I am just kind of waiting. Wait, I don't know what I just saw. You guys, these are happening really fast. What the heck? Faith Trujillo, where was that? Somebody named Faith Trujillo, come on down. I don't know who that was, but okay, I'm gonna put YouTube. Oh, are you gonna on YouTube? You share the link. I'll share the link. Hold on here just a sec, you guys. Pin it on YouTube. She's pinning it on YouTube, so you can find it there and also here. So Faith Trujillo, you caught my attention. I don't know why, but it is you. I feel like I have some man here who wants to talk to you that feels like father or something like that, but I don't know. So as soon as she accepts the invite, just know, you guys, I do kind of one of my goals for, you know what? I saw the coolest thing that I'm going to do. And while I'm waiting for her to see if whatever, I just want to tell you this. Hello, Faith Trujillo. I see you. I will be on with you in just a minute. They did this on the solstice. On the 21st is when it was supposed to start, and it's supposed to end on the 31st. But I'm late for everything, so I'm 5 days late for this. But I'm still going to do it. And what it is you write, I forget where I saw the video. I think it was Sarah Martucci reposted it or something on TikTok maybe. But what it is you write down 10 different actionable steps you could take in the new year. Like, I will not be late, or I will focus on this, or I will blah, blah, blah. You write 10 things, and then you cut them all apart and you save them, and then you're supposed to burn one every night. So tonight I'll be burning 5. And then when you get to the 31st, what's left there at the end, what's left is what your first focus should be coming into the new year. And you open that like right around midnight or on January 1st. And it's kind of, so you are, as the solstice happened, and now the days are getting a little bit longer every single day, that you're supposed to be manifesting those things. So I thought it was a really cool video. I think Sarah Martucci posted it, but it might've been on TikTok. So I just want to let you know that. So let me get to Faith. Hello, Faith. Hi. Have I met you?
You have. A long time ago.
Oh, well, nice to re-meet you. Like, are we talking years?
Years. When you first started, you came to my apartment.
Really? Yeah. How long ago was that? I've been doing this now, it's 20 years. So
I'd say over a decade.
Okay. All right. Well, then
maybe around a decade ago.
You have some guy that's here that seems to be like father figure, and then you've got a couple other people. So I don't know who they are, but I'm imagining that you might be wanting to talk to some loved ones.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was like going to say psychic or loved ones, but then it was just loved ones. So I have a man here who feels like a father to you.
Yes.
And it's like he's been in spirit world for a while. It seems like he's like your guardian angel, or you consider him your guardian angel. But I also feel like you have children.
Yes.
Okay. Does somebody carry on your dad's name?
No.
Your kids. It's like he keeps talking about his name. So I have a man here. So I have a father for you. But then I think I have somebody else who keeps talking about, like, there's someone alive with the same name as him. I feel like they were born after he died. Oh, wait a minute. Was your dad named after somebody?
I don't
know. Maybe I'm just crazy. So I just keep seeing something with a name. And I keep seeing the name in front of me, and I keep feeling like it's weird the way it looks. It looks like a necklace with a name across it. So I don't know what that is exactly. So we're just going to leave that information over here. But I feel like you've got a dad over there who you call your guardian angel, and he tells me you talk to him all the time. He tells me you have kids. He also tells me that you're like, I think he died very quickly, right? Like it just seems very fast, whatever happened with your dad. Is that true? Wait, I can't hear you. Did you say something? Did you answer?
I'm sorry, you cut out there.
Oh, okay. I was saying, did your dad die very quickly? And at the end of his life? Huh? You don't know? Is that what you
It's
said?
starting to glitch. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. What? So I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Yeah, my dad died quickly.
Okay. And he's telling me, though, it just seems like something without warning or something surprising. I don't know what it is. I'm just really surprised to see a man that age in the spirit world. So he must have died kind of young. Would that be true? Did you say yes? Did you
I'm so sorry. Connection keeps coming in and out.
Do you want to, is it your internet? Because on this side, I can hear you glitching. So
It's possible. Let me see.
oh, I can hear you just fine now.
Let me see if I can get to a better connection.
Okay. All right. This is the problem when a bunch of dead
Let's
people.
see if this is better.
Okay, you can hear me okay, right? I don't think so.
Yeah, now I can.
Now you can. All right. And there might just be a lag. So I might just have to like wait instead of getting like, so I feel like your dad died unexpectedly fast because I'm very surprised to see a man that age in the spirit world.
Yeah.
He looks young. I feel like he might have even had a parent that died after him because it looks like one of his parents died after him. And is that your grandma? Did she outlive her son?
Both my grandma and my grandpa died after.
Your grandma, though, seems to be with her son. And it seems to be an important thing to let you know that they're together. Because I think your grandma prayed for your dad, worried about your dad, all kinds of stuff like that. So I see her wanting to say she's with him, but she also has not only is she with him, but your grandpa's there, but there's somebody younger there. So that's not your dad or grandparents. Your kids are all alive, right? Your kids are alive.
I did have a miscarriage, but yes.
It's not a miscarriage. This is someone who is in your kids' generation or someone that was just really young when he passed, and he feels like a nephew or a son's age or something like that. Obviously, your son is alive. But do you have like a nephew in the spirit world or a in-law nephew? Like there just seems to be this guy here who's kind of random. I don't think I've ever talked to him before. But do you have kids that are adults?
I have a teen, but not quite an adult.
Is that a son?
It's a daughter.
There's some guy here who wants to talk, and he seems connected to you. So I don't know who he is, though. He just kind of like randomly showed up. He feels like he's like in his late teens or early 20s, but it seems like he goes unexpectedly fast. And
my husband's cousin died really young, around that age. And tonight I told him he was going to get a message, and you picked my name.
Okay. And did his cousin or whoever that is die very unexpectedly? And like, yes. I don't think it was natural causes. And correct. Your dad and your grandparents are like, you got to talk to him. So if you told him he was going to get a message, and then I picked your freaking name, and his random cousin who died young is here, he also has grandparents in the spirit world as well that he
he does.
too. And I feel like he has a friend in the spirit world that like people got tattoos for, or there's some other dude here who just, but he seems close to your husband's age. He's not young. I'm not saying you guys aren't young, okay? But what I am saying is there's someone close to his age who's also there as well that died unexpectedly, and they're with grandparents. And I also feel like he, even though I know he's not on camera and you're on camera and you're looking at him, he doesn't have to be on camera. It's totally fine. But I feel like they're all kind of coming. Oh, wait, I lost her. Oh, no, I lost her. Hopefully she comes back, and hopefully because I was not done with that. Because there's a little bit more there that I haven't quite got to. There she is. She's back. Okay. I'm adding you back. There we go.
There we go. Sorry.
Okay. So, because I was like, wait, I'm not done. And so I feel like he's got like a friend or a cousin over there that's older, and then he's probably got the younger one too, because there's two men. There's grandparents. There's also like a father figure for him as well. That might not be his dad. It might be an uncle or something like that, or grandpa that maybe helped raise him, or I don't know. So it's like everybody's coming with some dogs.
Yes.
A bunch of dogs. And I think they're a bunch of dogs. It's not just one.
Yes.
And so, and they're all different shapes and sizes because I don't know, they're all like from the pound or something. And so
Yes.
you've got all these pound mutts there. And his family wanted to make sure he knew that they were visiting him, mainly because sometimes they creep him out, his cousin especially, on purpose to kind of fuck with him. But it's like sometimes he might be like, I don't know, like walk around and feel like someone's like behind his back. And I feel like he gets freaked out, but he doesn't always tell people because it's just a weird thing. So anyway, his cousin's fucking with him. He's got dogs around him. And they all seem to say, also, I kind of feel like, does he have to go to the eye doctor?
Yes. Stop. Yes.
He needs stronger glasses or something. They told him he needs to go and stop putting it off. So I don't know. He's got people that are all in his business. So I just want to tell you that.
I love this.
And yeah, I know. It's like I totally see you looking at him going, I love this for you, because it probably makes him a little uncomfortable. But
yeah, it does. It does.
It doesn't matter because they don't care. And there's also like some things that happen when he's working or at his job, or things like go on the fritz or stop working, and then they glitch like the thing. And just like how we were glitching in the beginning of the reading, they're saying that they do that to him with something at work. But also I feel like he might, like, I don't know if he plays video games or what, but like someone's shutting stuff off and or his phone powers down when he's not ready, whatever it is. It's that they love him and want him to know that they're with him, and they could give a shit whether he believes or not. They don't care. They're just like, we're around him. It's us. Tell him it's us. And I just want to tell you that. And I honestly, I feel bad for him because you're all like, you're going to get a reading tonight. And then he's got like 20 people coming out of the woodwork saying like, yeah, I work for him. And it starts with his young cousin and then the other one and whatever. So sorry, dude. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but this is just what's up. So I just want to let you know, whether you believe it or not, they love you, they protect you, and they're often the voice in your head that says, watch out or don't do that. And I feel like that's all for him. So Faith, you seem to be all like tuned in to all these freaking spirits, and you must have been doing this on your own or connecting with them on your own, because you've got some pretty good spidey senses, because I think all these people that I just talked to, you have felt them in your house. And so you just are like, oh, they're here. And he's just like, whatever. And now maybe not, he won't be saying that. So I just want to let you know you have really good spidey senses. And your dad says it all starts with him, or like he is like been around you for so long, like protecting you. He says he protects your kids. And he wants you to know that he loves you and he's proud of you because you've had a lot of setbacks in the last few years. Things haven't gone the way you wanted them to. And so I would say expect next year to be a year of like releasing, kind of like the chick before you, like releasing, but mainly because you have some new horizons ahead in 2026. So this coming year might just be a time where you have to just kind of like reflect, grow, but there's positive motion. The river that looks like it was all dammed up for a while seems like it starts to flow, or whatever, the energetic river. And when it starts to flow, it takes away the things you don't need anymore. So just know, and I'm not talking about people, I'm just talking about like shit that isn't serving you, isn't like supposed to be in your life because whatever, like that will start to float away next year. But the dam is breaking. You're on the cusp of that. And I feel like in late February, early March, you'll start to see some of the things that I'm talking about start to kind of come to fruition. Your dad's always on your side and he likes your dude. So that is also a thing. He wanted to give him approval. I don't know why. But he wanted to tell him thumbs up. And you also tell him, like that first person that I talked to, you think you're like, oh, you totally would have got along with my dad. And that one chick, she had the same thing happen and he's saying the same thing. He says, she says that too, and we would have gotten along. So I just want to tell you that. And I also want to tell you, if you barbecue or pit smoke or something like that, to be careful. So I don't know. Do you, it's about barbecuing? So
my husband, that's the only thing. That's the only thing he cooks for us is barbecue.
So it's just a message about the barbecue. And just, maybe the message is cook outside the barbecue. Who knows?
Okay.
But I feel like, so I'm not telling you your barbecue's gonna blow up or any shit like that. But I'm just saying sometimes he might use an oven mitt instead of just his hand. So that he doesn't have stuff happen that doesn't need to happen. But it's not something scary. I feel like they're just kind of, someone's giving him shit. It's probably your dad, actually, because I think your dad was the barbecue king as well. And
he would say something like that.
So it's him. But that's something they would have in common. So I just want you to know they're both barbecuers.
Yeah.
The living guy and the dead guy, and he likes your husband and he likes his sense of humor. I don't know that you always like it, but he likes it. So he just wants to make sure that that's known as well.
Okay.
I just want to tell you all that and give you lots of love, and let you know that your dad made sure to get through to you tonight so I could bring through his whole damn family.
Yeah.
But he said he did it not just for you, for him, also because he wanted your husband to know that he liked him. So I just feel like I want to pass that on. So Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas. The dead guy likes you.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, Kim.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well, to your kids and everyone. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night and tomorrow. And
thank you too.
I also know that you're going to be giving your husband a hard time about this. And I just enjoy. So have a good night, my dear. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, you guys. So we're coming close to the end. And I'm trying to debate. Oh, okay. No. That's fine because I'm a little worn out. Okay, you guys. Let me just say, for any of you who are still tuned in, hopefully I got to a lot of readings tonight. I know that everybody's loved ones were here. I tried to do it a different way. My goal for next year is to do more of these because I think they're really helpful and also it kind of takes the fear out of it. But around holidays and stuff like that, it's just difficult. And you know what? Maybe I'll do one on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one on New Year's Eve. Or New Year's Day. No, New Year's Eve. It's not like I have any plans. So I have no New Year's Eve plans. So maybe we'll bring in the new year together with a bunch of dead people. Who knows? But I think I am going to do that. So we'll post it. They'll get a link up, whatever. Look for the newsletter that's coming, because the newsletter will probably, let's do the newsletter with that link and then all the classes that I need to force myself to get together. So look for a newsletter. If you don't subscribe to my newsletter, you just go on my website and click to add your name, and make sure that make sure that readingsbykim@yahoo.com is not in your spam. So readingsbykim@yahoo.com, and you'll get the newsletter if you're on the mailing list. And that will list the upcoming classes, but it will also have the link to this. The newsletter will also be posted on Facebook. And actually, I might do a video newsletter. So they'll be written and video depending on where you are. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm working on trying to learn how to put makeup on. And it's not my skill yet, but I will get it. So you will get to see me in eyelashes and different clothes and all kinds of shit. And different hair as well. Like last time it was pink. This time it's this color. But I felt like it went good with my, oh yes, and we can have a pajama. I don't know who said pajamas, but that's what we're doing. So I will do that. It will probably most likely maybe be like, so it includes Eastern time. So it'll be a little earlier. But we'll get that out to you guys. But I really appreciate all of you guys being here. I love all your messages. You're very welcome for me to do this. I'm totally happy to help. And, you know, the world needs a lot more kindness and a lot more giving. So you will see all the stuff they have upcoming in the new year. And tomorrow I'm going to spend a lot of time working on that, because I don't necessarily celebrate Christmas. My family gets together on New Year's Day. And we eat and play games and laugh and open presents, because I don't necessarily believe in like the whole Christmas thing. I mean, the Santa stuff was cool, but I think that's the best way to start the new year, is with your people, with good times, good fun, love, people you love, few presents, because I'm a big fan of them. And anyway, so I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your freaking night. And if I get a chance, I might go back into the comments and wish you guys a Merry Christmas or whatever. So like just some direct communication from me. If it's on Facebook, please know that it is me. I'm not gonna reach out to you and say, oh, do you want to get a reading? I have an important message for you. That is never me. But if I come on there and I say Merry Christmas, thanks for watching, something like that, that is definitely me. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I have an ADHD brain. Sometimes I overpromise and underdeliver because my brain wants to do everything all at once. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope the rest of your night is freaking fabulous. And thank you for watching. And until we meet again, au revoir.